Raphael's School of Athens. You see, Raphael was called in by Pope Julius II to paint a room in the papal apartments. Well, it's a square room, and he was to paint all four walls. One wall was to deal with theology, one dealt with law, one with poetry, and one with philosophy. The one we have here, the most famous of the four, is the wall of philosophy. And the name of the painting is the School of Athens. It has the typical clarity and orderliness that you expect from Raphael. The vanishing point is, well, smack dab in the center of the painting where you see those two figures. Check out the next slide. Here we have Plato and Aristotle. Plato and Aristotle. They are the vanishing point, and boy, do they symbolize philosophy, do they not? Plato, with the pink toga on the left-hand side, is, philosophically speaking, otherworldly. So he points upwards, towards heaven. Whereas Aristotle, in blue, on the right, is philosophically earthbound. So he is gesturing out towards the earth, out and down. Earthbound philosophy. Well, they're silhouetted against this fantastic arch and this open sky. Notice how Plato's arm goes up one side of the arch, and the arch comes down through Aristotle's lowered arm. All of this stuff is intentional. You know, Plato is a portrait of Leonardo da Vinci. The rest of the figures gathered around the painting are great philosophers and scientists of the world. And they are teaching each other in Renaissance fashion. They are sharing their ideas. They're in a building very similar to New St. Peter's. And the group on Plato's side of the painting are all concerned with mysteries of otherworldliness, philosophically speaking. Whereas the group on Aristotle's side is more concerned with man, with things on earth, with nature. Here's a detail of one of the figures seated on the steps, in case you're interested. The figure is supposed to be Heraclitus in ancient Greek. But if you look at that man, at that portrait, that is really a portrait of Michelangelo. So thus far, we've seen a portrait of Leonardo. Here's a portrait of Michelangelo. If you look towards the right, you can see that there's a balding man who's leaning down, demonstrating his theorems, supposed to represent Euclid. But the portrait is a portrait of the architect Bramante. Then if you go to the far right, upper right-hand corner, you'll see that there's one figure looking out at you. His face is lit up. The light is falling onto his face. That is the artist Raphael. It's his self-portrait. So here we have the four major masters of the Renaissance. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Bramante, and Raphael. They're all present and integrated into this School of Athens, in which there is a specific mood present, a mood of collaboration, of grace, of unity. You wouldn't want to remove or add another figure or group of figures. Raphael's Galatea. Galatea is fleeing her boyfriend, the Cyclops. Can you blame her? When she finds out that dude has one eye, she's like, I am out of here. There is a sense of stability and balance, of logic and order, despite the subject matter. It is ideal geometry. The head is an apex of the triangle. And look, once you locate that triangle, it's as if you can grab that triangle at the apex, at its top, at its peak, and twist it around. Well, a three-dimensional pyramid. Craziness! Look at how the figures on either side of that very masculine-looking Galatea play off of one another. Wonderful sea creatures. Note the paddle wheel shell that she's standing on. Look at how he makes this work. It's being pulled by dolphins. Isn't that wonderful? Remember, humanists were interested in pagan stories in an effort to expand their knowledge. And stories such as this appealed particularly to the wealthy, who were obsessed with humanism. This individual, Baldassare Castiglione, wrote a handbook on proper behavior. And can't you just tell? Looking at you with an expression of a true Renaissance man. He is clearly educated. He's gentle. He is deeply thoughtful. He clearly has an understanding further than the average person. His pose is in three-quarter view. And notice, he has that twist like Leonardo's Mona Lisa. He has that twisting pose. Look at how the head pushes a little further to his left, your right, than the body does, and how the eyes go a little bit further to his left than the chin, than the face does. Slowly twisting. Look at his hands. That simple gesture of the twiddling thumbs expresses such character. The colors are muted, which really does fit the mood of the sitter. These high Renaissance artists spent time considering the personality of the sitter in an effort to capture the essence. Very successful effort here. Beautiful portrait.